As a scalding wind roars across the desert, a patrol of Invid shock troopers scours the wasteland in search of a small band of Robotech freedom fighters who have just blown the lid off an Invid fortress in a nearby mountain range.
Jeepers, these big guys just don't give up, do they?
Get
Ooh.
down! Shh!
Unknown to Scott and the others, the person they call Marlene is in reality an Invid simulagent. The recent destruction of the Invid Cortex Center has thrown the alien spy into a state of shock.
The human intruders are nowhere to be found. Locate them and retrieve the simulagent before the humans learn more of our mission on this planet. Continue the search.
Ooh, huh? Guess they decided to go home.
Huh?
Yeah, but they'll be back. Whew, it's so hot.
Yeah.
I'm burning up.
Be grateful that we're all still alive.
Yeah, but some of us are more alive than others.
Marlene,
How's she doing, Scott?
not good. Her fever's getting worse. She needs water.
She's not the only one who needs water. I haven't had a decent drink in 3 days. My mouth's as dry as an old bone.
It's all my fault. I was put in charge of getting water. I guess I didn't get enough.
You see, everyone? This is a perfect example of the need to follow orders to the letter. Huh? A soldier who's incapable of doing that is worse than useless.
You're way out of line, Scott.
Am I?
First of all, Lunk isn't a soldier anymore. He volunteered for this mission. And if that's not enough, just look at this. The Invid we're using his Jeep for target practice. I think that's a pretty good excuse for a man to disobey orders.
Admiral Hunter expected everyone in the Mars Division to do his duty no matter what the risks involved, and I expect the very same from you people.
Oh, Admiral Hunter, I'm sick of
Stop
hearing
it.
about...
Hey, I know what. Lancer, sing us something.
You think you can just turn me off and on like a music box? Besides, I'm starting to think that maybe we should do the Invid a favor and let those two kill each other.
Sorry, I asked.
Marlene!
Lancer's right. I shouldn't have blown up like that.
Here.
We've got to stick together till Admiral Hunter comes back with the rest of the fleet. And he is coming back. I'm sure of it.
Is she any better, Rand?
She'll be all right. All she needed was a sip of water.
Yeah, that's all any of us need. What? Did you say a sip of water?
Yeah, sometimes you can squeeze some water out of these desert plants.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, funny you didn't mention that before, Rand.
Yeah, when were you planning on telling us? Or were you going to keep it all to yourself?
Where'd you get that cactus anyway?
Hey, I just happened to pick it up.
And you just happened to keep it a secret from us.
A fella just can't win around you characters. I mean, it's not like I was keeping it for myself after all.
Huh? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
I'm gonna get some more, okay?
Rand! No!
Rand is not the only thing that has been driven into this sand pit by the ferocious winds of the desert. Collected there are thousands of spores from the Invid flowers of life, gathered from protoculture farms bordering the desert and deposited here by the whims of the sandstorm. Now these strange alien spores go to work on his unconscious mind, giving him a dream that he'll never forget.
Rand! Rand!
Marlene!
Please, Rand! Help me!
Hey! Wait!
Help!
Stop! Marlene! What is it?
Save me!
I don't know what's going on, but I'm coming, Marlene! Let her go, you oversized iguana! Do you have any idea why this monster's after you?
No!
Well, we don't have time to ask for motivations. Hang on tight. I've gone crazy. Huh? I don't know where we're headed, but it can't be any worse than where we've been. I guess that makes as much sense as anything else around here. Don't worry, everything's under control. You're kind of cute.
Thank you.
Hey, this dream's not half bad.
Proceed with the installation.
What in the world? Well, I'll be darned. So that's what these guys look like when they're out of their shell.
Oh no!
Huh?
My head. Oh.
It's coming from that glowing pile of gelatin. It must be some kind of power source. It's almost like it's a telepathic brain link with all the other Invid. But why would you be so strongly affected by it, I wonder? Uh-oh, here comes your boyfriend. Marlene? Oh,
Ron, what is it? What's the matter?
I'm just seeing things, that's all. What the? Great! Where are we now? As if the desert weren't bad enough, now we stumbled into a prehistoric swamp. Uh-oh. Hang on. Did you see those Invid? Huh? I get the feeling this is some kind of test area. That they're experimenting with the evolutionary process of life on Earth. But why would they be doing that? Whoa! Marlene! Marlene, are you all right? Come on, Marlene. It's only a dream.
You mustn't fight. You mustn't fight with Scott.
Oh, he's such a militaristic old stick in the mud. He gets on my nerves sometimes. Come on, don't look that way. It's not like I enjoy fighting with him. Though I would like to wring his neck.
What?
Oh, I really don't mean it, but the two of us just don't see eye to eye on things.
Why not?
Huh? Well, for one thing, he's such a fanatic. If you took this war away from him, I think the guy would just dry up and blow away. I mean, it's all he thinks about. Wait, Scott! Don't shoot! I honestly don't think our lives mean a thing to him.
Water.
Huh? Hang on, I'll get you some. Huh? Face it, Scott, old boy. I'm not sure why, but the two of us are never going to see eye to eye. Never going to see eye to eye. The two of us are never going to see. Wow, this place looks like a disaster area.
Well, you can thank the Invid for that. They're not exactly famous for picking up after themselves.
The Invid are gone now. I mean, the folks who live here could have cleaned this place up by now if they wanted to. Face it, they're lazy. You can't just blame everything on the Invid, you know. It lets too many people off the hook because they don't feel like they have to be responsible anymore. Pretty soon they'll stop behaving like human beings altogether. Here, Marlene, try to drink. Huh? She can't even drink it.
Help me.
Huh? I've got to get some water down her throat. Down her throat. If she doesn't drink something, she's going to die. She's going to die. I've got no choice. I'll have to force it down her. Mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth. Sorry, Marlene. Sorry, it's Marlene. The only way. The only way. The only way.
Robotech will be right back. Robotech is back.
back now.
I'm sorry, Marlene, but I had to get you to drink. Sorry about that. You know, in some places, that would mean we're engaged. Well, any better? How are you feeling?
Much better.
That's a relief. Huh? Oh, no! Picnic's over. Come on. Well, here we go again. This is getting monotonous. Hang on. Huh? What?
Look, human, look into the flame of truth and tremble, for it is your doom that you see there. You thought you were destined to rule the earth forever, but all things change, and all things die. Even now, the final chapter of your people is being written in the great book of time. The day of extinction is at hand for the human race. We were once a simple race, content with our own existence. But the coming of the Robotech Masters and the contamination of our flower of life changed us forever. And so we have come, from the farthest reaches of the cosmos, to regenerate ourselves, to take the earth from the dying hands of humanity. From the ashes of your people, we shall arise reborn.
I call upon you to free the princess from the clutches of the monstrous Shadow Wing.
Well, sure, fine, but who the heck are you?
I am the Lord of the Mist. I am the living spirit of all that is good and noble within you. Many brave warriors have opposed Shadow Wing, but none have ever survived the contest. I give you 5 companions, 5 warriors stout and true, to aid you in your battle.
Great, I'll need all the help I can get. Warriors, stout and true, those guys? I mean, you're kidding, right? Not that I'm ungrateful, but I was expecting something more impressive. Huh? How did you guys get here? And what are you wearing? You going to a costume party or something? You guys look like extras in a bad Viking movie. What are you expecting? Do you want to get that dragon to laugh himself to death? Really, guys, what happened to your self-respect? What's so funny? What are you laughing at? Huh? Yikes! What's going on?
Let's move.
Oh, I'll be. Huh? She must be out of her mind. Hey, you little pipsqueak, when did you learn how to drive a cyclone? You'll just fall off and break your neck.
It's a dream, silly. I can do anything.
Hey, wait a minute! Don't you know that cyclones aren't supposed to fly?
Up and away.
Huh, either a Jeep for that matter. This is the most illogical dream I've ever had. Wait for me! Guess I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Looking good, Annie.
Huh?
Let's be careful. We don't want that leaping lizard to hurt Marlene. I think the time's come to make our move. Charge!
Okay, you heard the man, Annie. Let's go get him. Charge!
Changing to Battleoid configuration.
Hey, watch out! He's passing through some kind of ion storm. Keep your heads down. Is everybody all right?
Oh, sure. Take a lot more stop us.
Okay, guys, follow me.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
Where is he?
Over there, with the smoke coming out of his nose.
Huh?
Okay, butane breath, give us your best. What are you guys supposed to be, the Three Musketeers?
My brave warriors!
It's Marlene!
Shadow Wing is dead. Follow the Eagles of Light.
The Eagles of Light, will they show us the way home?
Yes. Home!
You heard what she said. Let's go home.
Yes, my children, my brave warriors, return to your homes and let your hearts be filled with joy. For on this day you have triumphed where all others have failed. Shadow Wing has fallen at last, and a new day is dawning for mankind. Nothing remains the same.
All things change, and all things die. So it is that we have come from the farthest reaches of the cosmos to regenerate ourselves, to take the earth from the dying hands of humanity. From the ashes of your people we shall arise, reborn.
Huh? I've got to get him.
Huh?
What happened to him?
Rand, where the devil did you run off to?
He was in the bottom of a sand pit.
Huh?
Listen, a new day is dawning,
Huh?
foreshadowing has fallen at last.
You want to give me that again?
You've got to believe me, you guys. I've seen it. The day of oblivion has come for us all. Who are we to believe that we could rule the earth forever?
Huh?
Nothing remains the same, and all things have to die.
Hey, Rand, you're not making any sense. Pull yourself together. Come on.
They've come here from across the cosmos. They want to regenerate themselves into a new form.
Oh, boy, his brain's been fried.
No, Annie. He just hasn't woken up.
Oh. Lunk, is that you? And Rook. Boy, I'm glad to see you guys. Look, Scott, I'm sure this is going to be hard for you to believe, but I know why the Invid have come to this planet. They're trying to survive by plugging themselves into the Earth's evolutionary process. You can hardly blame them. It's the same sort of thing any of us would do if we face certain extinction.
Oh, then we should surrender. Is that what you're proposing? This may come as a surprise to you, but I couldn't care less whether the Invid survive or go the way of the Zentradi. I'm not just gonna roll over and play dead.
Well, no, I'm not saying you should.
Oh, really? It sounded like that to me. I don't know what happened to you out there, but something seems to have knocked your loyalties out of whack.
Huh. Marlene, all right?
She's still pretty weak, I'm afraid.
Well, pretty lady, I don't know if you're even aware of it, but you and I have just been on quite a little trip. And I, for one, wouldn't have missed it for the world. Hi.
In the next episode of Robotech, the valiant band of freedom fighters stumble into a sacred Invid garden populated by a tribe of primitive warriors. Accused of offending the tribe's ancient river gods, Scott and his squad are forced to play both sides against each other if they hope to survive. Be sure to be watching for Annie's Wedding, the next thrilling chapter in the amazing adventures of Robotech.